Episode 3, The Art of War. Opening scene, time of day, early evening, 6:12 p.m. The camera opens with a golden sunset washing over the city's skyline, but beneath the warm hues, there's tension in the air. The story picks up where it left off. The crew, fresh off their successful heist at Cygnus Systems, is dealing with the aftermath. The money has rolled in, and with it, the complications. Cut to Dante's apartment. Dante sits alone in his cramped apartment, his new one-of-a-kind sports car parked outside. His knuckles are bruised from recent fights, a stark reminder that money doesn't solve all problems. He stares at his phone, his thumb hovering over his ex-girlfriend's name. Their last conversation had ended badly, with her telling him he couldn't see his daughter anymore. The frustration is eating at him, and he punches the wall, leaving a small dent. The new car, the adrenaline rush of the last job, none of it fills the void of missing his little girl. Dante, to himself, voice rough, "What the hell am I doing?" Cut to Lena's loft. Lena is at her computer, but her mind isn't on the screen. She's thinking about her brother, who's struggling to stay out of trouble. They haven't spoken in days. The money from the last job helped, sure, but she knows it's a temporary fix. The hacker's life has always been a solitary one, and lately she's feeling the weight of that loneliness. She flips open her laptop, staring at the photo of her and her brother on the desktop. A notification pops up. Incoming call, Mom. Lena closes the laptop, ignoring it. Lena, sighing to herself, I'll call her back. Later. Interior scene, the warehouse time, 6:30 p.m. The crew is back together, but the vibe is different this time. They're gathered around a blueprint of the museum, each of them nursing their own troubles but focused on the task at hand. Rio stands at the head of the table, his expression serious as always. He's aware of what's happening with Dante and Lena, but he doesn't bring it up. There's a job to do. Rio Amadora, the apocalypse. Rio's voice cuts through the tension like a knife. He's dressed in his usual dark attire, his eyes sharp, aware that this heist is about more than just money. Rio, calm but firm. This isn't just a heist, it's a declaration. We're stealing the Golden Serpent, the museum's crown jewel. It's worth millions, but more importantly, it's going to put us on the map. Make us untouchable. Sophia the Ghost. Martinez. Sophia stands by the blueprint, her eyes scanning every detail. She's always calm, always focused, but tonight there's an edge to her. Sophia. Softly but with excitement, the museum's security is tight, infrared sensors, pressure-sensitive floors. But there's a way in through the skylight. It's risky, but we can do it. Dante, the muscle, Ortiz. Dante grins, trying to shake off the frustration from earlier. He's ready for the action, eager to hit something to take the edge off. Dante grinning. Skylight, huh? Just tell me where to land, and I'll make sure nobody gets in our way. Lena the hacker. Vasquez. Lena is seated at her station, her fingers flying across the keyboard. But her thoughts drift, just for a moment, to her brother and what might happen if she doesn't keep him out of trouble. Lena. Focused. I've hacked into their network, but the museum's security is live. With a team monitoring in real time, I can give you a 15-minute window, get in and out before the alarms go off. Tony the fool, Rodriguez. Tony's nervous, as usual. He fiddles with a flashlight, glancing around at his crewmates, hoping not to mess up again. Tony, hesitant, trying to sound confident. The skylight. What if it's like reinforced or something? Do we have a backup plan? Sophia with a smirk. That's why we're going in tonight. Tomorrow they're replacing it with bulletproof glass. Tonight it's just tempered. Easy cut, and we're in. Dante, laughing, slapping Tony on the back. Relax, Tony, just stick close, and maybe you'll learn something. Uncle Miguel El Viejo. Amadora. Uncle Miguel watches from the shadows, his face unreadable. He knows the weight of this job, knows the dangers that come with the prize. Uncle Miguel, gravely. Once you have the serpent, you'll be marked. Every cop, every rival gang in the city will be looking for you. You ready for that? Rio, steady, meeting his uncle's gaze. I'm ready, we all are. Scene 2. The heist time, midnight, 12:00 a.m. The night air is cool as the crew arrives at the museum. The museum stands silently in the night, its grandeur hiding the treasures within. But tonight, it's not just the art that's at stake. This heist is personal. Exterior scene, the museum rooftop. Sophia leads the crew as they scale the museum's exterior. The city's lights flicker in the distance, but all that matters is the task at hand. Sophia's precision is flawless, cutting through the skylight with the grace of a dancer. Sophia, whispering, focused, "Stay close, we're almost there." Interior scene, the museum, exhibit hall. The exhibit hall is dimly lit, the golden serpent gleaming under soft lights. But there's no time for admiration. The crew moves quickly, with Dante and Tony following Sophia's lead. Dante, whispering to Tony, grinning, "Quiet as a mouse, remember?" Tony, nervously but trying to keep up. Yeah, quiet. Wait, do mice even make noise?" Dante, chuckling quietly, "Just focus." Sophia disables the sensors and opens the glass case. She carefully lifts the golden serpent, its weight and value almost tangible in her hands. Tony, awed, wide-eyed, "Wow, that's it?" Dante, grinning, "Don't get too attached, Tony, it's not a pet." As they start to make their escape, an unexpected beep echoes through the hall. The security system is rebooting, something triggered a failsafe. Sophia, tense, into her earpiece. "Lena, what's happening?" Lena, frantically typing, her voice tight. "System's rebooting. You've got 2 minutes before the alarms go off." Rio, calm but urgent over the comms, "Get out, now." The crew scrambles back to the skylight. Sophia is first, then Tony, fumbling but managing. Dante pulls himself up just as the first alarm blares. Interior scene, the museum, rooftop. The crew reaches the rooftop, the sound of alarms blaring below. The red lights flash and security personnel are swarming. But the crew is already rappelling down the side of the building, vanishing into the night. Sophia, breathless into her earpiece, "We're out, but the alarm's alive. We need extraction, now." Lena, urgently from the van, "On it. Meet me at the east entrance in 60 seconds. The van speeds through the city streets, with security vehicles hot on their tail. Lena maneuvers expertly, but the pressure is intense. Dante leans out, firing at the pursuing cars, while Tony holds on for dear life. Dante, grinning as he takes a shot, "How's that for a speed bump?" Tony, panicked, "Can we not, die tonight?" Sophia, calmly securing the serpent, "Just keep them off us until we reach the safe house." Lena pulls off an impressive maneuver, losing the pursuers in a narrow alley. The van screeches to a halt in front of the safe house, and the crew rushes inside just as the distant sirens grow louder. Interior scene. The safe house inside, the adrenaline is still high as Sophia unwraps the golden serpent, placing it on the table. The crew exchanges relieved smiles, but they know this is just the beginning. Rio, smiling, proud. "We did it." Dante, grinning, slapping Rio on the back. "Hell yeah, we did." Lena, exhausted but relieved. "That was close, too close." Sophia, calm but with a small smile. "We knew it wouldn't be easy, but we pulled it off." Uncle Miguel, stepping forward, his expression serious. "You've got the serpent, but now the real fight begins. The whole city's going to be looking for us." Rio, meeting his uncle's gaze, his voice firm. "Let them come, we're ready." Closing scene. Time, early morning, 5 lay. The first light of dawn breaks over the horizon, casting a pale glow through the windows of the safe house. The city, still buzzing from the heist, is waking up to the news. Sirens wail faintly in the distance, but inside the safe house, there's a moment of quiet. Sophia stands by the table, looking at the golden serpent. She reaches out, tracing the intricate design with her fingertips. The weight of what they've done begins to settle in. Sophia, softly, almost to herself, "It's beautiful, but it's not over yet." Lena, still seated at her station, glances at her phone. A missed call from her brother flashes on the screen, a reminder that she has unfinished business of her own. She sighs, pushing the phone away, and looks at the team. Lena, tired but resolute. "We need to lay low for a while, at least until the heat dies down." Dante leans against the wall, his mind still on his daughter. He knows the money from this job could help him fight for custody, but the risks are higher than ever. He clenches his fists, trying to push down the uncertainty. Dante, half to himself, half to the room. We'll be ready. Whatever comes next, we'll face it together. Uncle Miguel watches them, his face a mask of concern. He knows the stakes, and he knows the storm they've just unleashed. But there's pride in his eyes as he looks at his nephew. Uncle Miguel, seriously, we've got to be smarter now. The city's going to come after us, and we can't afford any mistakes. Rio nods, his expression unreadable. He knows what's at stake, not just the money or the art, but the loyalty of his crew, their lives, their futures. The Golden Serpent might be their prize, but it's also a beacon, calling danger to their doorstep. Rio, firm, looking at his crew, we're in this together. No matter what happens, we stick together. We've come too far to turn back now. The camera slowly pans out as the crew settles in, each lost in their own thoughts, but united by their shared fate. The Golden Serpent sits in the center of the table, a symbol of their success and the challenges that lie ahead. Outside, the city begins to stir, unaware of the war that's about to unfold in its streets. As the screen fades to black, the sound of distant sirens grows louder, mingling with the soft hum of the city waking up. This is just the beginning. End of episode 3.